welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, who are new here, my name is Madeline. I'm a performer based out of the Orlando area, and I'm currently a vocal performance and music education double major at the University of Central Florida. And today we're going to be talking about a couple of tips and tricks for people who are brand new to the art of self-taping. So basically what a self-tape is going to be any type of video submission of yourself for a role or possibly to get into college. If you're trying to get into a conservatory, music, theater, any type of program like that, you're most likely going to come across something called a pre-screening, which is basically another word for a self-tape. So today we're going to talk about 3 tips and tricks that I've picked up over the years just for beginners, for brand new to the self-tape world. I promise it's not that scary. Let's get into it. Alright, so tip number 1 is going to be to master your slate. So for my brand new little theater babies, if you don't know what a slate is, that's basically going to be the first 10 to 30 seconds of your self-tape where you're introducing yourself. Usually a self-tape slate would include your name, where you're from, and a few other things that they will ask you in the audition call. Now with your slate, this is going to be your best friend because it's going to be how you're able to put your personality before you start going into sides or any music that they've collected for you. There's a few things about the slate to make sure you understand. Make sure that your name is enunciated and understandable. Here's an example of a not so great slate. Hello, my name is Madeline Anderson and I'm 22. And I'm going to be performing The Diary of Anne Frank today for you, a monologue from The Diary of Anne Frank for you today. Thank you very much. Now there was a couple things that we can look at and see that maybe this person's really nervous. It's really hard to hear their name. It's really hard to even understand what they're going to say to us. And the first 10 to 20 seconds, 10 to 30 seconds is going to be whether or not a casting agency watches your entire audition. Especially if you're submitting for a school or a large casting call, there are going to be hundreds, possibly thousands of videos that have been sent into this agency or to this school. So that first 10 to 30 seconds, you need to grab their attention. Here's an example of a slate that might be a little bit better than that. Hello, my name is Madeline Anderson. I am 22 years old, and today I will be reading a monologue from The Diary of Anne Frank. Thank you very much. My favorite things about a slate is that you can show how excited you are to possibly be going to this school or to be getting this job. If we're working with an actor for 6 months to years on end, or if you're going to be at a school for multiple years, we want to bring people here that we want to be around. So number 2 is going to be make sure you follow all the directions. This one is super important, so I'm going to stress it really hard. One of the biggest parts of being a performer in this industry, whether it's film, whether it's theater, commercial, anything like that, is that as actors, as performers, we have to show that we can take direction from our production people. If an audition has very specific guidelines and you choose not to follow them, that's going to tell casting 2 things. It's going to tell either A, you can't follow directions, or B, you won't follow directions. And those are 2 things that we definitely do not want casting to think of you. You want to show that you can take direction, that you can follow what the producer wants, and that you can bring a director's dream to life. That's our job as performers, and that's what you want to do in your audition. Moving on to our final one, and you're probably going to give me a little bit of trouble for this one. It's have fun. Now, that seems self-explanatory when I say, like, Maddie, we know we need to have fun. We love what we do. We love our job. Yeah, it's easier said than done. As soon as a camera goes on, suddenly it's like, oh my God, there's a million eyes watching me, and it gets scary. It's easy to forget that we're doing what we love. And if you're not having fun, it's so easy to see when it's on camera. We want casting to see that we love what we do, as well as being a performer who's professional, who's personable, who's excited about what we want to do. By showing casting that we're having fun with the material, we can show them that we're going to be fun to be around. All right, my friends, I believe that's my first 3 tips. Obviously, there's so much more stuff that we could get into, but for my young little theater babies that are coming into the world of performance here, these are going to be 3 wonderful tips to start you off on your self-tape journey. Please feel free to link any of your stories in the comments. I would love to read them, and I always try to respond to everybody just because I love you so much. This has been such a joy talking to you, and I love what I do, and I want you to love it too. So have fun with all your self-tapes. Send me any questions you got, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!